Right now at 6, a tragic discovery in Monroe County. The recommendation from health officials to try and prevent others.
And a man faces charges after an altercation at an Onalaska apartment complex.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Tragedy inside a Monroe County home. Sheriff's deputies saying 2 people are dead from an apparent natural gas leak.
News 8 Now's Grace Monk is following this investigation.
Officials say the victims were an adult male and a juvenile female. Law enforcement was called to a home in Oakdale just before 5 p.m. last night. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says the caller went to the house to check on the residents and noticed the smell of gas. That's when they found the occupants and their pets dead inside. A wellness consultant from Gunderson says gas can be hard to detect.
You can't see them, so you don't always know, like smoke, if you do have a leak.
She says the best thing you can do is watch for signs and symptoms.
Nausea, dizziness, and a headache. So if you do smell a natural gas leak, again, sulfur, rotten eggs, you want to get everyone out of your house and call 911.
The sheriff's office says a gas leak was found and they do not believe foul play was involved. Right now, the incident is still under investigation. In Oakdale, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Onalaska police identifying the man who fired shots at an apartment complex. That man, identified as 54-year-old Kevin McDowell. Investigators say an argument led up to the gunfire. It happened in the parking lot of the Braun Street Apartments. One bullet hit McDowell's vehicle, another striking a garage. Police say they've responded to the location multiple times for McDowell's erratic behavior. He's now facing several charges.
Still no word on what caused a barn fire in Holmen. It happened last night on Flayton Road. Multiple fire departments were dispatched to the scene. No word yet on how much damage the fire caused.
The search continues for a missing Westby teenager. Vernon County sheriffs say 17-year-old Erica Parr has not been seen since last Monday. While the sheriff says they don't believe she is in danger, investigators are working to locate her. If you have information, contact the Vernon County Sheriff's Office at 608-637-2123.
One person is dead following a crash in the city of Altoona. It happened yesterday. Police say the vehicle was traveling north on 3rd Street East when it lost control, left the roadway, slamming into a train car in a rail yard. The driver died on the scene. Police say alcohol and speed played a part.
WSDOT has a warning about buying cars online. It is seeing a spike in scams. Thieves are posing as car dealers online. They create a fake storefront website or social media page. Vehicles are then posted below market price to lure in victims. WSDOT suggests visiting their active dealers list to verify licensed dealers if you're looking to buy online.
Well, spring-like temperatures are finishing off the last week in February, and that means, yes, car washes were busy today. In La Crosse, cars lined up for their turn to get rid of all the salt and dirt they've collected over the winter.
I've been here probably 3 times already, so probably a lot more as the week passed by, because yeah, there's a lot of melt.
Now, how long will these warmer temperatures last? Let's bring in Nicole to find out.
Yeah, if you missed out on your chance to get out into that car wash line today, then the good news is you have just about all week to get out there. We're going to see these nice spring-like temperatures last throughout the entirety of the week and for the near future. The highs today, 56 in La Crosse, 50 in Eau Claire. Very gorgeous way to start the week off on a Monday. Can't complain about these temperatures. Here's what they are compared to average: 22 degrees above average in La Crosse, 19 degrees above average in Eau Claire, mostly around 15 to 20 degrees above average across the entirety of the area. So very, very warm as far as the end of February goes. We're getting our first taste of spring right now, but I'm sure we'll have another round of winter as we usually do going into March. Here's a look at our current temperatures, still holding on to 50 degrees in La Crosse. We'll have extended cloud coverage tonight. That could keep us on the warmer end. Eau Claire still holding on to 46. Look at how little snow is left out there. 4 inches was reported on the ground yesterday morning, and we're making quick work of doing that melt already. We do have some rain on the way today. Taking a live look at radar right now, that'll continue to move on over into our area. Very light amounts, and it's going to be moving past fairly quickly. Not really looking at anything measurable, but could feel some drops if you head out late into the evening tonight. Otherwise, we'll have some more rain on the way coming up later in the week and more warm temperatures, so it's going to feel like spring for the entire week out there, and I'm looking forward to it.
We like it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Nicole. Well, Pope Francis is spending his 10th day in the hospital.
The Vatican says His Holiness is conscious and showing a slight improvement. He is eating and in good spirits. It comes as doctors continue to treat him for kidney and lung problems.
This is a very important person to all of us, and you kind of put aside maybe some of your differences you might have, and you come together in a moment of prayer, because this is the Vicar of Christ on earth who's guiding us to salvation, and we come together for that.
Meanwhile, daily evening prayers for the Pope will be held in St. Peter's Square. The bishop here is reacting to the situation, saying, quote, "I ask the people of the Diocese of La Crosse and indeed all of our neighbors of goodwill to pray for Pope Francis in his time of need."
The Onalaska School District could be closing in on a new boss. Newsday Now has learned that candidates will be interviewed tomorrow in a closed meeting for superintendent. Last November, Todd Antony stepped down in that role after serving the past 5 years. The district also used focus groups to help decide what qualities their next superintendent should have.
Well, Joanne Fabrics is now closing up all of its stores. There are 23 stores in Wisconsin, including in Onalaska and Eau Claire. The chain filed for bankruptcy protection last month, but its restructuring plans failed. Joanne has a total of 800 stores and 19,000 employees. Going out of business sales are already happening.
A popular party supply store in Onalaska closing its doors today, marking the final day for Party City. The retailer filed for bankruptcy in December, owing nearly $2 billion. The chain had been in business for almost 4 decades.
The Crooked Pint is helping raise funds for the Aquinas Music Association. 15% of proceeds will be given to the organization. The funds will be used for instrument repairs, uniforms, and travel expenses. The group is hoping to raise $500 at this year's event.
Last year we went and saw the Dallas String Quartet at the Turbo, and it was absolutely amazing, and we had a lot of front row tickets, and so we were able to go and see that, and yeah, the performance was just spectacular.
Some of the funds will also go towards the group's trip to Disney World.
Starting next month, Marcus Theaters will show popular films for just $6 each. Beginning March 16th, moviegoers can enjoy some classics like The Godfather and Grease, along with newer favorites like Interstellar on the big screen. It'll run on Sundays and Mondays until May 19th. Tickets and more info can be found at marcustheaters.com.
Connecting to the past, a project brings attention to La Crosse diverse history after the break.
Hi, my name is Tom Hammes. I work for Maxwell Whitewater Conditioning. We want all of our customers to be as informed as possible, so we present an agenda at every call that we go to. We present this to the customer so the customer has some idea what to expect when we get there.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus on us and stay a step ahead with Galaxy AI.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with Galaxy AI on us. US Cellular, built for us.
A 7-year-old girl attends a birthday party at a local swimming pool. She's sexually assaulted by a repeat child molester. The monster faces 100 years in prison, but Judge Susan Crawford let him off with just 4. That was Crawford's choice. Now he's back on the street, walking distance from a school. And Judge Crawford, she wants a promotion. Susan Crawford, dangerous decisions, wrong for Wisconsin.
Water testing is one of the most important things that we do. And it's really important that we test the water coming into the house before the equipment and after the equipment to see what the equipment is doing and if it's doing the job that they're wanting it to do.
A new children's book from the Enduring Families Project is helping connect La Crosse's youth with the past.
News 8 Now's Allison Fergut has this story.
Ken and Emily, started in the late 2010s, the Enduring Families Project shares the history of the area's early African American and non-white settlers, a story that has often been forgotten.
It was just so eye-opening to realize that there were several African-American families who lived in the area.
The Enduring Families Project has used live performances and a video series to tell the story of historic figures, like George Edwin Taylor.
The first African-American to run for president in 1904 against Teddy Roosevelt.
Daryl Ferguson has played Taylor for the Enduring Families Project for the last 8 years. And in that time, the project has worked to reach a new, younger audience.
Teachers in the area came to me saying, okay, the videos are much too advanced for young children. So they said, when are the books going to happen?
So for the past few years, Mormon, Krieger, and Ferguson have worked together to write A Long Way to Find a Home, the story of George Edwin Taylor as a child growing up in the La Crosse area.
The book itself is layered. There are a lot of layers in the development of George Edwin Taylor.
Although most famously known for his presidential candidacy, Taylor was also the editor of a local newspaper and an advocate for workers' rights. All of this after growing up an orphan.
He had to go through a lot, but there were a lot of other people who were also going through as much that supported him along the way.
It's a story of resilience and found family that Ferguson hopes connects with the area's youth.
Children can see themselves in George as a child. A lot of children are undergoing a lot of trials and tribulations. They are having a lot of troubles.
And now the book will be in classrooms across the Coulee region, teaching students that La Crosse's history is more diverse and relatable than they once thought.
The community can feel more united, more connected when they know there is so much history in La Crosse and its surrounding areas, and the umbrella encompasses all of us.
The Enduring Families Project is currently working on their second children's book, which will focus on the women's movement in La Crosse. Ken and Emily?
All right, Allison, thanks very much.
Well, we have more news ahead.
We sure do, but first,
we also have some more spring-like conditions ahead. Most of this week is going to be above average with those nice 40s and 50s out there. I'll have a full look at your forecast coming up right after the break.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
A new walk-in shower, safe and convenient.
A beautiful new entry door.
A lovely pergola or patio cover.
New windows that wow.
Your dream kitchen.
New siding to transform your home from old to new.
Whatever your plans, the 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store, brings you all of these at the lowest price of the year.
Visit our 8-building showroom on Copeland Avenue in La Crosse. Visit our website.
Call 608-782-8877.
The 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. Don't miss it.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
Get $3,000 total cash allowance on this 2025 Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $5,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Dreaming of a career but worried about time and cost? At CVTC, we make it easy. With low tuition costs and a wide variety of programs to choose from, we'll get you job ready in just 1 to 2 years. You'll graduate with minimal debt and find a career you love with competitive starting salaries. Dive into your future today with affordable, fast, and rewarding programs at CVTC. Visit cvtc.edu to learn more.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Well, we have some nice temperatures going this evening, mainly getting right around that freezing line for most of the area, very similar to what we saw last night. The main note tonight is really going to be that rain chance going for areas south of I-90. But again, as we said before, very light amounts with that rain passing through. And then tomorrow's highs, just a tad cooler than today, but still cannot complain about much out there. 40s, high 40s, most of the area that saw those 50s today are going to be right on that line between the upper 40s and the 50s. So definitely would not be surprised if we saw any folks get just over that line and reach into the 50s again. But overall, not a lot to complain about with these temperatures, especially to finish the month of February off, because we're technically still in winter and it's definitely not feeling like it out there. As we go into tomorrow, we'll have sun shining later in the afternoon. That could potentially put us back into the 50s if we get enough of that sunshine. Otherwise, clouds start to increase again as we go into tomorrow evening ahead of our next rain system. Here we are late tomorrow evening going into tomorrow night, 11 p.m. tomorrow, starting to see that rain enter into the area as a low pressure system slowly makes its way overhead. Although pay attention to these temperatures. North of I-94, we're going to be cooling throughout the night, and that could prompt a transition from rain to snow later into the nighttime period. But the system's moving very fast. Saw it enter in around 11 p.m. and it's already making its way out around 2, 3 in the morning. So we really won't see too much overall in terms of those totals. But again, going into the early morning hours, still seeing snow be that prominent precipitation type for areas north of I-94, and that could linger into the late morning hours as well. So here's a look at the rain amounts that we're expecting. Anywhere south of I-94, looking to see no more than 1/4 of an inch, more likely to that 1/10 of an inch rain, very light amounts. The highest amounts are north of I-94, but keep in mind a lot of that is going to be falling out as snow. We'll see that start as rain, as just some light amounts, but again, that main precipitation going into Wednesday early morning is going to be that snow. Good news is a lot of it is really staying off into north central Wisconsin, so most of our area should just see less than an inch, maybe around an inch of fresh snowfall. But with these temperatures, I'm not thinking it'll stick around for very long. Here's a look at our 7-day precipitation chances. Again, that main chance coming tomorrow night, going maybe into Wednesday morning. Another slight chance for a system just to graze us as we go into Friday. But then the good news, it's a dry weekend. If you have any weekend plans, you're not going to see a lot of disruptions as far as the weather goes. It'll be a little bit cooler than we will be this week, but can't really complain about these temperatures. Here's that average line. 36 degrees is our average right now, and we're well above it every single day. 56 was our high today. Friday, likely getting back into the 50s across most of the area. Mentioned a little bit of a cool down going into the weekend. Nothing too crazy, and by cool, we'll actually mean closer to our seasonal average for this time of year. First day of spring, Saturday, first day of meteorological spring, I should say. 38 degrees, so that'll be the coldest of the week, but again, that's right on line with our average high for this time of year, and then we're seeing those temperatures bounce right back close to 50 as we go into the beginning of next week. So gorgeous, gorgeous. Cannot complain about any of it.
Absolutely. Yep. It's been a weird February because just a couple of weeks ago it was like
freezing,
frigid temperatures,
yeah.
snowpacks.
We're definitely swinging. Yeah.
Oh yes,
yep.
Thank you, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, just in time, the PDC girls basketball team is on a roll entering the postseason. Hear from a couple of the Blackhawks as they begin their race to the Resch Center. Jacob is next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Brad Schimmel wants to take us back to an abortion ban from 1849, back to a ban with no exceptions, not for rape or even health of the mother. Brad Schimmel, too extreme for women, too extreme for the Supreme Court.
You know what's on my mind? It's butt cold out here and I don't have any heat at home. Well, gotta have heat, Einstein. Up yours, smarty. I just don't know who to call.
Jacob said Chuck used the local company. The Primary Colors, the good one?
What?
What?
Huh?
Well, there's your sign.
Jeez Louise.
Moron.
Hey, putz.
Call GNC. For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get over $2,700 purchase cash on 2025 Sierra 1500 models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Brad Schimmel let thousands of rape kits sit untested for years.
While rapists walked free
and victims waited for justice.
Take it from a sheriff.
A sheriff.
A cop, Brad Schimmel's too extreme for the Supreme Court.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
After road wins over number 2 in Division 4, Cuba City, and number 7 in Division 3, Platteville, to clinch a share of the SWC title last week, the Prairie du Chien girls are playing their best basketball of the season at the perfect time. The win over the Hillmen last week marked the program's 5th consecutive league title. With a 22-2 record and 3 seed in their regional, they are a very dangerous team. Last year, PDC didn't have a single senior on the roster, so all the returners are focused and hungry to avenge their early exit in the regional final that was a loss to Edgewood.
We need to stay calm in those situations, not let the crowd get to us, and play together, play smart, play hard, and just keep coming together during those hard times and not letting anything come against us.
Going into it, and it obviously sucked losing, and then last year we fell short, but I think this year we're definitely out for revenge and coming back to get those wins.
And wins like those last week look great on a resume, but the real takeaway is the confidence gained when facing some of the best teams around. And when the Blackhawks are at their best, they like their chances against any team across from them.
Getting the ball in transitions is like one of our best things we do, and getting it off the court really quickly. And then also on offense, just taking our time moving the ball side to side. We can get any shot we want if we just pass the ball. So.
Blackhawks are looking for their first trip to state since 2011. They'll begin their run on Friday at home against the winner of Dodgeville and River Valley. Tournament play in Minnesota for the girls began today. Number 5 in Class 2A, Caledonia is facing Zimbrota Mazeppa currently from Rochester. Then at 7:30, Rushford Peterson will take on Southland, and Winona Cotter will look to keep their season going as they match up with Triton. We'll have some highlights for you later at 10. And after a 21-point win over Illinois and full-point overtime loss to Oregon last week, Wisconsin staying pat in today's AP rankings that were released at number 11. Badgers are 21-6 overall in the year and are back in action tomorrow at the Kohl Center at 8 against Washington. And then a big game in East Lansing against Michigan State, who's alone atop the Big Ten at 13-3. That one will be right here on CBS. It was quite the game to be at. It's quite the game to be at on Saturday, but we'll see what happens this week now. The 11 ranking seems pretty good, though.
Yeah, I was actually surprised we didn't drop a little bit because of the manner in which they lost that game. Right. You know, blowing a 16-point lead. We're not a superstitious bunch here at News 8 now.
Here it is.
But
here it is.
Jacob had not gone previously.
Yeah.
I may be banished from going, so I don't know if we'll see me there again, but it was a cool experience being by there. It's great energy in the building.
Yeah, you could feel that through the broadcast.
Yeah, it feels like a fun, exciting team to be with. So you're going to have losses like that, but that's what happens.
It's still a very hot team, and Oregon just couldn't miss late in the second half.
Yeah.
So a couple miscues here and there. They'll clean it up, though.
We'll see what happens.
We'll let you back.
Appreciate it.
Sure will. All right, Nicole has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Getting the kids ready for school isn't always easy.
But knowing what it'll be like so they know what to wear makes it a little easier.
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Wisconsin, one of those places where families spend their winters among frozen lakes and snow-covered hills. With all the fun they're having, it's easy to take for granted how they warm up by the fire or simply adjusting their thermostat. But for some of us, it's not that easy. Some of us need to decide whether to heat or to eat, or to further neglect our basic survival needs. We are working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans, all struggling to pay record heating bills. These dangerous temperatures aren't just uncomfortable for us, they can be deadly. If you are struggling to decide if you can put food on the table or heat your home, please reach out for a hand up. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Here at Maxwell White, we know how valuable your time is. From issues with your hot water to slower clogged drains, our team is always on time with friendly service and solutions you can trust. Don't wait. Contact Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day. Get it today.
Well, this already feels like a lifetime ago, but 1 week ago from today, the high temperature was 2 and that low was -12. It really does feel like a lifetime ago. I'm really feeling rejuvenated from today's high, 56 and 24. This is what we call
a full spring.
We're definitely, we don't have it coming up in the forecast quite yet, but you can never really get too comfortable as we go throughout February and March. You're always going to have another chance of winter coming up. So any snow lovers or cold lovers out there, I'm sure we'll have another shot coming up.
Yeah, all hope is not lost for those people.
All right, thank you for joining us tonight at 6.
And we'll see you at 10.